On this day, 10 years ago, Apple customers got their hands on their very first iPhones. At the time, Apple's co-founder Steve Jobs promised the devices would change the world. Well, that promise has been fulfilled. The iPhone and other smartphones that followed shaped the way we wake up in the morning, get our news, entertain our families, and even walk down the street.
Dun, 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 dun.
Every once in a while, a revolutionary product comes along that changes everything. And we are calling it iPhone.
I've just never seen anything that comes close to this for one single product ever.
All right, show me this baby. So, did anybody call you from their new iPhone yet?
This is Amy. I think you butt dialed me.
I remember when people lined up to get that phone.
Let's see the new phone.
Awesome.
Do you want to peel the plastic off with me?
Really, me?
Apple said today that demand for its new iPhones has now exceeded the supply.
I appreciate that.
Somebody give me a phone.
This is life in color.
All right, I don't know how to work this.
It's just extraordinary. Oh, yeah.
It's a big question.
Robert Safian is editor-in-chief of Fast Company magazine, and he joins us at the table. Good morning.
Good morning.
Significant milestone for Apple, right?
Yes, it is. It is 10 years. It's you know, we forget that when the iPhone first came out, it wasn't uniformly loved, right? People were worried about that it was on a subpar platform with AT&T. It didn't have the typepad that everyone loved on their Crackberries,
yeah,
right?
Crackberries is what we call it.
Crackberries,
so was it an instant hit?
It was loved by some, hated or derided by others. The idea of a touchscreen was not universally loved, and yet, of course, now it is the prevailing phenomenon. It has changed so much in our world, so much. Well, if you think back to 10 years ago, the predominant companies, the largest, most valuable companies were energy companies and maybe banks. Now they're all technology companies, right? It's Apple, it's Google, we talk about Facebook, we talk about Amazon, all of them, their power comes from what we're doing on our mobile devices. And the change in mobile, if you think about Uber, right, Airbnb, Spotify, all of these things, the whole idea of an app store and what we do on our phones with apps, all of this comes out of the inspiration that the iPhone created.
So, Bob, there's no question it transformed all of our worlds. But now they have real competition from Android. There are other people in this game. And the question is, can they stay on top? They have to bring out a new iPhone come fall.
Well, they will continue to come. And you know what's going to be in that new iPhone?
No, I don't. What?
No, nobody knows.
Well, they say there's gonna
nobody really knows. That's what Apple does. That's what makes it so exciting.
There's lots in the papers today. There's going to be 3 iPhones, and one of them is going to include kind of this glass back. It's going to be an inch larger. The question is,
yes, and you'll be able to have and eventually you'll be able to have a custom iPhone of your own size, right? They're going to offer you everything under the sun. I think in the long run, if you're going to look at to the next 10 years, right, what's going to change things on the next front? You have to look at things like the development of 5G, the broader bandwidth that you're going to be able to get on phones, more things that are going to be able to be delivered to us in more time, and the changes that are going to come across being able to use your phones in healthcare and in education. You know, think about it. Now you fly on a plane, you use your phone, right? You use your phone to check into an airport, to a hotel.
Listen, we did a story the other day about Facebook hitting 2 billion users. You say Facebook wouldn't be what it is, Twitter wouldn't be what it is. But this is what fascinates me. You can have your BlackBerry, your Android, your Samsung. They can all do the same thing.
Yes.
But you still say that the king belongs, all the credit belongs to iPhone. Why?
iPhone was the inspiration for the cultural change that we have gone through, where we now have the internet in our pockets all the time, right? And that is what the iPhone broke through for us. Again, Samsung does deliver that, right? Your other smartphones do deliver that, but nothing inspires it the way the iPhone
There is one big change, Steve Jobs. I mean, he insisted on things like the touchscreen when everybody said it was the wrong idea. Do they still have that ruthless creativity that Steve Jobs brought to the table?
Apple is so much larger and more dominant today than it was when Steve Jobs passed away. And we don't give Tim Cook enough credit about the way that company has scaled, but there is a momentum behind Apple that no one would want to give up what that momentum is. They are at the top of it. It's their game to lose. And they haven't cracked at this point.
So big step up with the new iPhone, right, Bob?
Yes.
That's what you're predicting.
It's going to be exciting.
Okay, great. Bob Safian, thank you so much for being here.